What's going on, fellas? I'm back with another one. Listen to me and listen to me well, guys. Um, for anybody out there that is working on building a business, building a brand, moving up in your company, starting a business, anybody out there that's looking to do more than just go to work and come home, right? I'm gonna let you know right now. There is no work-life balance. I don't care what your work is, whether work is a business, whether work is a job, um, whether work is, I don't know, building the best physique that you can build. There is no work life balance. Okay, the work life balance is unbalanced. This is what you must understand. So, with that being said, you're going to have to learn how to do two things if you want to get to the next level. Whatever your goal, your dream, your aspiration, whatever it is, it's probably going to be two things that you're going to have to do in order for you to get there. First of all, you're going to have to sacrifice. Okay? That means that you have to basically be obsessed with whatever it is that you're doing, like wherever it is that you're trying to get to, the point that you're trying to get to, you're gonna have to become obsessed with it. Meaning you're gonna have to eat, sleep, drink, and poop it. Like, I don't know any other way to say it. If if you're not about that life, then you're probably not going to be very successful in reaching whatever goal it is that you're trying to reach. You have to become obsessed. There is no balance. There is no work life balance. Okay? You'll never be great at anything when there's balance. You have to be totally imbalanced. I want you to think about it. You look at this, so I'm gonna use fitness as an example. Look at somebody who's a bodybuilder, right? I'm talking about their physique. They're rocked out, right? Do you think they just got like that? You think they got to 10%? You know what I'm saying? 8% body fat, just muscle mass like crazy, muscle tone, definition, whatever. You think they got like that by being balanced? You think they just woke up like that? No, they had to be. You had to go to the first of all, going to the gym and working out. There's a little bit of a level of imbalance, right? Because you have to take away from just being regular, right? So getting up, going in the gym, right? There's going to be a little bit of an imbalance. Then getting in the gym and going hard is a little more imbalanced because you're not just going there lifting weights just to maintain. You're going there to break that muscle down to build it back up. So there's a level of imbalance. Now your diet is a huge part of, you know what I'm saying, getting a lean physique. You think to get rocked out like that you're just eating the regular foods like everybody else is doing, just eating ice cream and cakes and fast food and all type of burger. No, there has to be a level of discipline when it comes to your diet. So your diet has to be unbalanced. You got to take out the junk food and focus on the foods that are going to give you, you know what I'm saying, the macros that you need. You're going to focus on the foods that's going to give you the protein, the fat, and the carbs that you need. You understand what I'm saying? So there's another level of imbalance. Like, do y'all get what I'm saying? Whatever your goal is, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to do more of it to be superior in it. The guys that end up being like CEOs or moving up in the company and getting corner offices or whatever and all of that kind of stuff, you think they just was regular? You think they just showed up on time every day, did what the bare minimum, went home on time, didn't do any extra, didn't do any networking, didn't develop themselves to become better at the job. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You think all they did was just go to work and come home and then they got promoted all up through the ranks? No, they had to put in work. They had to put in work when nobody was looking. When they're putting in work, even when they're not on the job, like at the job, you got to put in work when you're away from the job. So that means you're going to sacrifice other things that you had going on outside of whatever it is that you're trying to build. You're trying to build a physique, you're trying to build a business, build a brand, move up in a company, whatever it is. There's going to be no balance. You have to understand that. So work-life balance, it just don't even worry about it. It's going to be imbalanced. At some point in time, yeah, you can kind of level off when you've gotten there. So now you're just at a point where if you no longer want to move up, you've reached the heights of where you want to go. So now everything is pretty much at a maintenance level. It's still going to be unbalanced, but just not as much. So forget about work-life balance. Next, guys, I just want to tell you this, right? Whether you're single, whether you're married, right? The girlfriend, boyfriend stuff don't matter. You're either single or you're married, okay? But I don't need some of you guys are in relationships, whatever, right? You. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm not saying that whoever it is that you're in a relationship with, whoever it is that you're dealing with, or whatever it is that you have going on, don't matter. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, while your imbalance should lean or must lean towards what it is that you're working at, you're still going to have to maintain what it is that you've already started, right? So if you're in a relationship, if you're married, whatever the case may be, who it is that you're dealing with, I guarantee you, I'm telling you this from experience, who it is that you're dealing with is potentially going to play a role in whether or not you're successful in reaching that goal. Now, ultimately, it all comes down to you. However, the person that you're with can play a role. They can either be a supporting role, you know what I mean? They understand, like, yo, okay, he's trying to get here, 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 and here. Let me see what it is that I can do to help him get here, here, and here. I understand that there's going to be an imbalance. I understand he's not going to be around a lot. I understand he's going to work a lot of hours. I understand I'm probably not going to get all the time that I want to. Like, you understand what I'm saying? On the other hand, you could be dealing with somebody that's like, yo, listen, you always over there doing that. What about me? This is where you got to make a decision, guys. This is where a lot of you guys go wrong. And what you do is you blame her, right? Oh, I can't never do all of this because I got to spend time with her. Or, I got da 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 da. But she's over here complaining, so I can't do this because I got to go over there. That's on you. If you give up pursuing, chasing your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations because you're with somebody who needs your time and attention, you make the choice as to how you picking and choosing what you're going to do. Never blame a woman. Never blame her for needing or wanting attention. Don't blame her if you don't reach your goals and then you're saying, I didn't reach my goals because she this and that. Nah, you made that decision. I am in no way, shape, or form, guys, telling you to break up with your lady or get a divorce so that you can do all of this right here. I'm not telling you that. I'm simply saying you have to hold yourself accountable for the decisions that you make. Work-life balance, it doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. Who you're with, who you are with, and how you decide to go about it is all on you. So whether you make it or not, it's all on you. I tell you like this, if you're a single man, it's a whole lot easier. If you're a single man, it's easier. Now you might be a married man who has a wife who is very supportive. Now, that right there, I think is probably nah. I think single, if you're single and you just, I honestly believe that you're better off. The next best is if you're a man that's married or you're in a relationship, right? And the woman that you're with is very supportive and you know what I'm saying? She's there for you to take some of the load off of whatever your responsibilities you already have because she understands that you're trying to get from point A to point B or, whatever. But I'm telling you, it's all on you. Whether or not you reach your goals in life, all on you. Forget about work-life balance. I promise you. I promise. Because to be at the top, it's already an imbalance. Period. 90% of the people are at the bottom. That's where balance is. That's where balance is. Balance is at the bottom. Those who are always, up at the top, there's no balance. That's how they got to the top. There are very few people at the top. There are way more people at the bottom. You get what I'm saying? So, with that being said, guys, don't blame anybody else if you don't get to where it is that you're trying to get. Or you guys right now, especially you guys right now going through a breakup and you feeling broke, busted, and disgusted because you in your feelings because you had to leave her or she left you or she violated, whatever the case is, man, listen, that breakup is your breakthrough because you don't have to worry about there being balance. It's all you. And then I'm going to tell you this, the pain that you're going through, whatever pain you're going through from the breakup, use that as your power. Listen, use that as your energy. See, energy cannot be, what they say, how with energy, it can only be transferred, right? It can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. Take that pain, transfer it into power. All right, guys. I know I'm getting off into a whole nother thing, but listen, there's no balance, and I'm telling you right now, the person that you with is gonna have a huge impact on whether or not you make it. Be careful who you with. I'll catch you on the next one, y'all. Y'all be good.